When the Council of Asian Liberals and Democrats, or CALD, was founded on December 1993 in Bangkok, skeptics doubted that the organization would last. The doubts were not unfounded. Even though democratic changes and people power ushered in new democracies, many still argued that liberal democracy was a Western concept not suitable to Asia. CALD's success is a living testimony of the universality of liberal values. Though born in Bangkok, CALD was conceived in Sintra, Portugal, when a group of young legislators from Thailand, Taiwan, and the Philippines met. They were all liberals, but they noticed that the issues tackled were far removed from their own concerns. There was little interaction among Asians. Asians were relating more to their former colonizers. Asians were not developing leaders who were thinking Asia.
Whether we call ourselves liberals or democrats or liberal democrats, the crisis also brings challenges to the way we see and do things. We have to make sure too that in our response to the crisis and in carrying out the reforms, we do not forget to make further advances as far as liberal democracy is concerned. And that means all responses, policies and reforms must take into account and recognize the importance of recognizing human rights and also participation by the people.
Asia is the fastest growing region. It is home to more than half the world's population. But many of these people are neither free nor prosperous. The founders of CALD realized that the solutions to the problems of Asia must be solved by Asians. Asian liberals and Democrats must share ideas, unite, and forge alliances in order to meet the challenges of the region. The emergence of economic tigers, the economic crisis, historic transition from dictatorship to democracy, the resiliency of authoritarian and semi-authoritarian regimes, the scourge of terrorism, poverty, and gross inequality, natural calamities and health epidemics, electoral campaigns, and national elections.
Over the years, members of CALD have developed a wide variety of common visions through close exchanges, workshops, and conferences. The issues raised and shared among our members have been timely, even visionary.
CALD's progress is rooted in the liberal principles of personal liberty, coupled with social responsibility, human rights, social justice, strong democratic institutions, civilian supremacy, and the rule of law and the free market economy. CALD has provided the means of cooperation, exchange of ideas, and networking among government officials, parliamentarians, political parties, media, academia, and civil society. Many of these projects are supported by Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Liberty, Germany's foundation for liberal politics.
Through Asia's crises and opportunities, CALD has been a keen observer but never just a silent witness. Kim Dae-jung, Nobel laureate, former Korean president, founder of CALD, has said that CALD has now become an epicenter of democracy for the Asian region.
CALD has set Asia alight with fire of liberal and democratic revolutions. CALD, I believe, has stood up against tyranny, oppression, and injustice. Our voices, of course, may not always be heard or heeded, but they are far from being voices in wilderness.
Dialogues and discussions that take place give participants a broader perspective on issues. Since many are parliamentarians and policymakers, learning from the successes and failures of others enable us to course stronger legislative agendas.
Aside from being the basis of legislative and party platforms, some of CALD's conferences have resulted in serious and well-received publications. CALD has also provided educational and practical training activities for members through workshops and internships. Party workers, especially the young, benefit. The CALD communication workshops have improved interaction and coordination between CALD and its members and associates. By sharing best practices, CALD parties have improved their media strategies to better reach out to their constituencies. CALD believes that political parties are the heart and soul of democracies. Hence, CALD holds regular political party management workshops to strengthen these indispensable institutions.
Committed to the Win with Women Global Action Plan, CALD has established the CALD Women's Caucus and has made its Women in Politics dialogue a regular activity.
One of its regular activities, the CALD Young Leaders Workshop, has given birth to the CALD Youth. CALD has strengthened its ties with like-minded organizations worldwide. They include Liberal International, or LI, the London-based federation of more than 60 liberal parties with CALD co-sponsoring LI's Asian conferences, the Brussels-based Alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe, or ALDE, the largest third force in the European Parliament with whom common challenges and opportunities between Asian and European liberals and Democrats are tackled, the Rome-based Alliance of Democrats that enables CALD to further expand its networking of democracy activists in all corners of the globe, and the Washington, D.C.-based National Democratic Institute for International Affairs, or NDI, with whom CALD cooperates with in the drive to reform Asian political parties and strengthen these vital democratic institutions. Realizing the importance of regional cooperation outside Europe, CALD has also strengthened its South-South dialogue with liberals in Latin America and Africa, namely the Red Liberal de America Latina, or RELIAL, and the Africa Liberal Network. CALD members and observers consist of parties in power, opposition parties, members of ruling coalition, parties in the so-called third force, and even a party in exile. Currently, CALD has 9 member parties from Thailand, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Burma, Cambodia, and Indonesia. Aside from full members, it has associates, observers, individual and honorary members from Burma, Pakistan, Japan, Indonesia, and Hong Kong, including Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. In March 2004, for the first time in CALD's history, an incumbent president, Chen Shui-bian of Taiwan, became CALD's chairman.
CALD and other networks that share the same values have advocated causes which strongly call for international support and solidarity.
As an organization of political parties, CALD has participated in various electoral missions and observations, especially in 2004, a year that saw an unprecedented number of elections in a region that a generation ago was ruled mostly by military dictators. Visits and missions, whether during or outside elections, are essential in sustaining networks and furthering our causes.
CALD is like a candle that flickers during the darkest nights of Cambodia. CALD is international solidarity in action.
I trust that the liberal values of fairness, respect for basic rights, freedom and equality will serve as your compass in crafting policies in your own countries.
Throughout the years of my detention, CALD has been a consistent voice in calling for my release and, more importantly, for the restoration of freedom and democracy in Burma. Much remains to be done, and the solidarity of organizations like CALD is most important for freedom and democracy all over the world. There still remain many oppressive regimes all over the world, including in our part of the world, in Asia. That is why I would like to call upon the CALD and its allies to please continue to use your freedom to promote ours.